Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 570. Today is October 1st. September flew by, kid. 2025, and we got a great episode for you guys. Kid, how we doing today? Nice October crisp this morning.
Yeah, glad that, that nice fall weather starting to kick in. Nice cool day for the start of October. Nice. Finally glad we're getting away from that heat, though. Wouldn't mind some, every now and then. But this morning was definitely refreshing.
Yeah, we got a great episode, though. We'll recap every game that we did not get to, the doubleheader, the tie, Sunday night tie. We got week 4 power rankings, and then we'll have picks and props for Thursday night football tomorrow with the Rams and the 49ers. And playoff baseball, kid. Hey, Red Sox took game 1. Atta boy.
Come on,
boy. But all right, kid. Let's start with the tie. 40-40. What a game this was. And is it worse that they tied for the Packers, or is it better for the Cowboys that they didn't lose?
Oh, definitely better for the Cowboys. They didn't lose. From my point of view, the Cowboys won the game.
They should have won the game.
They should. You can make the case they should have won the game. But in my point of view, morally, the Cowboys won this game.
Yeah.
Think about it. You traded away Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
You was a 7.5 point, 6.5 point dog at home. Remember, you got embarrassed 2 years ago by the Saints Packers team on your home field. In my opinion, I think the Cowboys won this game. Don't get me wrong. First half, honestly, the whole game was electric, but
it was.
Jordan Love played.
He had a good game.
He had himself a great game.
It wasn't his fault, actually.
It wasn't his fault. Both defenses were horrific, but we all know the Cowboys defense ain't nothing special. At least for the first couple of weeks of the season, Green Bay, we was making the case that might be a top 10 defense. I think not. Though. So Jordan Love had himself a game, only 1 sack. Josh Jacobs, to me, ran the ball well with the 2 tutties. Like I said, Jordan Love, 337, 3 touchdowns, 2 to Romeo Doubs. Remember, the last time Romeo Doubs honestly had a huge game like that was also that playoff game when he also had a couple of touchdowns as well. So nice to see Tucker Kraft evolve. Shout out to rookie Matthew Golden. He had around 60 yards. So overall, Packers played well offensively. It's just the defense. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was too many emotions or something. But
they couldn't stop George Pickens.
That's couldn't stop Dak. They couldn't stop Dak. Dak with another great game. Dak still leading the NFL in passing yards. Come on now. 31 for 40, 319, 3 tutties, 3 of them things. Still, Dak Prescott, I don't hate him or love him. He's going to put up some numbers. Like I said, how many times do I say this on the show? It'll be times Dak plays like a top 10 quarterback. It'll be times Dak plays like an MVP. And his times when Dak plays like a bottom 5 quarterback. And for the first month of the season, in my opinion, Dak's been pretty damn good, though. The defense, I'm going to be honest, is trash. Might have a bottom 5 defense, but Dak, I think Javonte Williams has been a great addition. He's been running the hell out of the ball. Definitely much improved running game than they had last season. Can they find something defensively? Right now, 1-2-1. Not horrible. If this Dallas Cowboys team could just find something on the defensive side of the ball and be consistent, I think their offense is capable of doing anything. This is two straight weeks. They're putting up a ton of points, ton of yards. CeeDee Lamb's not even there, and they're competitive.
Yeah.
So give credit to both teams, but for a long story short, Cowboys won this game.
Yeah, I think the big thing was for the first 3 weeks of the season, we were high on this Green Bay defense, and rightfully so. They were good. And then this was just a stinker. I mean, they got no pressure. He got the 1 sack, and of course, it was what is his Micah Parsons. It was him, but outside of that, he really couldn't get any pressure on Dak, and he played a great game. You got to give it up for Dak Prescott. He played a really good game, over 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. Javonte Williams continues to run the ball well. It was just a back and forth, exciting game. And honestly, at that point, when it was tied when they both kicked the field goals in the OT, I was kind of rooting for the tie at that point. I love to see a tie. I think that's actually really funny. So, yeah.
Hey, I woke up and I was happy. You know why, though? Because the money line was void. Parlay still hit. Everything hit.
Well, the teaser did not hit.
No, the teaser did not hit. But I'm talking about for my personal.
Okay, yeah.
On the side,
depending on the book, sometimes they'll grade a tie a void, and then some books will grade a tie a loss. So it depends on the book that you have. But yeah, you got lucky, but the teaser did not hit. Unfortunately,
did not hit.
No. Yeah, so that was crazy. Cowboys, man, they escaped that one. And Jerry Jones doubling down too on Micah Parsons after the fact.
What he said exact quote was they got Micah Parsons and we got what we got and we tied.
If you're Kenny Clark, are you upset you forgot your name?
No, absolutely not. Why would I be upset? We just tied.
Kind of forgot my name. It's kind of crazy.
No.
All right. After that, they do have the Jets and the Panthers. So 2 winnable games for the Cowboys after this, but Packers need to go on a kind of a run after that. It was a tough one. They're still 1-1. They got the Bengals, who we're about to talk about, man. They stink. And then the Cardinals, who they continue to get ruled in with injury. So both teams going on and playing some weaker clubs, which is a good thing for both clubs. Let's go to Monday night. 27-21, Miami takes care of business against the New York Jets. I'll say this. I mean, all the fumbles, undisciplined. I think at this point in my life, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who the coach is. They're just a undisciplined organization. The penalties, the fumbles, the body language. And Justin Fields, I didn't, outside of that fumble, I didn't think he had a terrible game. But you need to, one-on-one coverage, you need to throw 5 the ball every single fucking time. It should be a no-brainer. I mean, that catch he made in the end zone is just indicative to what he could do. So I don't understand why they're not throwing him the ball. They need to get him the ball. If they took anything away from this game, they need to get him more involved. And why is Breece Hall on the sideline so much? That is very concerning and confusing to me. We were gashing them through the run game. 197 yards. Justin Fields went crazy. Breece Hall, even Brandon Allen, before he got hurt in that fumble, he was having success on the ground as well. Outside of the penalties, if they clean some stuff up, man, I think the Jets are the better team, if I'm being honest. They should have won this game. With all the turnovers and all the penalties, they were in the game. That's how you know Miami's bad, but the Jets were right there. And I'm not one to come on here and say, the refs weren't on our side, but they missed a lot of calls on the Jets. A lot of calls. They hit us when the play was over and they fell on us. They were hitting us. They were grabbing Garrett Wilson, illegal hands to the face. Our whole helmet was coming off on our offensive lineman. No call. Come on, we're bad, but a bad team can't overcome so many mistakes and the refs. So you could overcome some things, but they don't have enough talent on the team. So I don't know. I thought the game wasn't that bad outside of the mistakes. I thought we played pretty well.
Not for nothing, Joe. I agree with most of your statements. I agree with that 100%. If Brandon Allen doesn't fumble first possession, though, we might be having a totally different conversation right now. I think the Jets, even though they lost, I think they offensively, I think they outplayed Miami. Like you said, they just constantly shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Brandon Allen, first drive, fumbled at the goal line. Justin Fields, when he started moving the ball through the air, he fumbled, and then they ran it back for a ton of yards. So if take away Justin Field, but in my opinion, I think if Brandon Allen doesn't fumble at the goal line, I would have went up 7-3 at that point. I think we might be having a totally different conversation. So I agree with you 100%. I think the Jets, from just what we saw Monday night, Jets clearly are the better team at the moment. Shout out the Dolphins getting the victory, but take away a couple mistakes there. I think the Jets outplayed the Miami Dolphins. So give credit for Miami for getting the win. I think Tua played himself pretty good, not for nothing. And when y'all got that dumb penalty when Tua was sliding, as from a fan perspective, it was good to see Tua take a hit to the head.
Very happy he
got get up and was happy. You could tell he was like kind of happy he was able to take the hit as well. So glad to see that. And just to end it off, man, it's a shame that Tyreek Hill season ends just like that. So
he seemed happy.
I think he was just not trying to like let the emotions out. You know, I think it's better to, show you're fighting like a warrior, and still show emotion for your team than just break down. Because a lot of players, nothing wrong with it, because I probably would do the same. Sometimes the last image of them being on that team is them crying, getting carted off the field. So I respect Tyreek for not possibly his very last image as a Dolphin, him being carted off the field crying.
Two things lastly on the Jets. Can they practice Can they practice defending play action? Every play action Miami ran, they had all this room. So
you can't lie, though. Miami was running the ball well as well, so I could see why the play action was effective.
No, they were running the ball well, but sit back, have some discipline in the secondary. It was terrible. Sauce has regressed, and I'll also say this: Breece Hall had the best quote. He said, when we shoot ourselves in the foot, we come back and shoot ourselves in the head." And it was dark, but it's the truth.
Did. Yeah, for Monday night, maybe not every game this season, but for Monday night, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
You fumbled at your first possession at the goal line. Yeah. Mind you, you marched right down your first two possessions. You marched right down the field.
Yeah.
So you shot yourself in the foot right there, and then once again, when Justin Fields finally is able to establish some type of rhythm, he fumbles midfield.
And I think I'm off on Steve Wilks too with the DC. I mean, our defense has regressed. We're playing a lot of zone, and I don't think we're not aggressive as we once were back in the few days. Like, yeah, we were bad the last few years, but at least our defense showed up and kept us in games.
Not for nothing. I said this even last year. Ever since the departure of Robert Saleh, the defense took a dip.
100%.
It's even going back to last year. So I like Steve Wilks, but I agree with you, though. This defense is definitely you can make a case the offense is performing at a higher level than the defense is right now.
I think there's a legitimate argument. Yes, we're 0-4 and we're a bad team, but week 1, very high chance we could have won that game. We lost by 2. Bills, we deserve to lose.
Yeah, we were live against Tampa.
We were live against Tampa, and we were live against the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're trying. I'll give them that. They're trying. But to my point earlier, there's not enough talent on this team to overcome so many mistakes. So many.
One bright...
yeah.
Continue.
No, I was just going to say Aaron Glenn needs to get back to cutting people.
One bright side you and I hope other Jets fans could take of this. For the 2 games Justin Fields started and finished,
we're competitive.
He's honestly been great.
Yeah.
Look what he did in week 1. He was honestly phenomenal. And then week 4 against Miami, first game back from the concussion, 20 for 27, 226 and a tutty, and he also led the team in rushing with 81 yards and a tutty. That's pretty damn great.
On 4th down, we tried to get cute, and he ran for the touchdown. At first, when the play blew up, I said, "Oh no! Why didn't we were having success? Just run the ball." And then Justin Fields was like, "Fuck it, I'm more athletic than everyone, and I'm just gonna
And
dip.
what'd he do?
And he scored a touchdown. I had that 2-1.
53-yarder.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'll say this, another bright spot. I could be positive. Mason Taylor's really good. The tight end that we got from LSU. Daddy's a Hall of Famer now. He is.
Crazy.
You saw him in the box.
Daddy's crazy.
Sorry, Dad. But what else?
Real quick, let's just recap the Bengals game.
Real quick. I'm not done with this.
My fault. Touche.
Tyreek Hill. Have you seen the last of him in Miami? I think that's the big question on that side.
You know, from Miami standpoint, do you want to bring back Tyreek Hill? I think at 32 years old, coming off a dislocated knee, and paying him top dollar. Because I forget, I think he restructured his deal. I think he's getting $32 million a year. So does Miami want to pay Tyreek, this full season and then $32 million next season for possibly an 80, maybe 90% version of what Tyreek Hill is? So if I'm Miami, if I could get the right deal, I'll let him go. But I have no doubt in my mind that it's reports saying that he will be ready to play next year. I have no doubt in my mind Tyreek can still be a very solid wide receiver. Is he still going to be as quick as he is, a couple of days ago? I'm not sure about that. But there's no doubt in my mind Tyreek Hill still could be a pretty good wide receiver.
Yeah, he tore a lot of ligaments. He tore his ACL. He had successful knee surgery the next day, so that is good. Everything seems to be under control, but he has a long recovery. So, I mean, I guess on the bright side, spinning it to a positive, at least this injury happened early on in the season.
Yeah.
Not later.
Reports are saying that he's going to be ready to play next season. So that's a great sign. And like I said, I still think he's still up there.
Yeah, let's go to the next game. 28-3. The Denver Broncos take care of the Cincinnati Bengals. And I know they're 2-2, but I said it, I think maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. The body language for the Bengals is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Jamar Chase arguing with Zach Taylor on the sideline. And Jake Browning. Remember that viral clip of Jake Browning say, "You shouldn't have cut me. You should." Monday night was the reason why they cut you, the Vikings. He's a statue back there. They couldn't run the ball and they couldn't throw anything. And then the defense was on the field the whole time. Eventually, Bo Nix started getting going a little bit, over 300 yards. He had that one pick, but JK had a nice game, 101 yards on the ground. Cortland Sutton had the nice touchdown as well. RJ Harvey had a nice touchdown as well. So this team is getting going. They are 2-0 at home, Denver. So I think Bo Nix and the defense is starting to play a little better. So going into October, I like what I'm seeing from Denver. But, yeah, this team is done. Cincinnati's done.
Yeah, Cincinnati, Dill. I don't know if it was how bad Jake Browning played or did we finally see Denver's defense wake up. I'm going to say it's a mixture of two.
Both, yeah.
I'm going to say it's a mixture of both because Jake Browning, even when he had opportunities, we saw him overthrow Jamar Chase, overthrow T. Higgins. So he had opportunities. He didn't take advantage. Jake, if I'm Cincinnati, I'm definitely trying to make a couple phone calls this week. Is it the Browns?
Jameis?
Is it the Giants for Jameis? I'm definitely making a couple calls just to bring somebody else in the building.
So you still think there's opportunity for this team? Because I feel you're going to make that move if you have an opportunity.
Hear me out. Right now, the Ravens are 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 1-3. Who would have thought, right? I didn't.
Not me.
I know you didn't, right?
Not me.
Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers could sustain?
No.
If I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm taking a move. I'm making a move, Dill. That's just me. That's how I'm looking at it. If I'm Cincinnati, damn, the Ravens are 1-3. We're 2-2 right now, 500. Maybe if we just bring a quarterback in that could just, keep us around 500. That's all you got to be, around 7-6, 8-7, around there, Dill. And hopefully you can win out the last 2 weeks of the season. And boom, you're in the playoffs. So you got to have a conversation this week of the front office. Like, is there a quarterback out there maybe not that could just come in and start right away, but that could compete with Jake Browning for these next couple months to Joe Burrow returns, if Joe Burrow returns. So it was just a horrible game. 14 for 25, 125, 3 sacks. And to be honest, it seemed like Denver had more than 3 sacks. So horrible game. Couldn't run the ball. Jamar Chase, he's frustrated. 5 touches, 23 yards. I think he had 8 targets. So trying to feed him the ball, but that secondary's elite. T. Higgins, he caught that one nice long ball. Other than that, kind of quiet. So if I'm Cincinnati's front office, I'm bringing somebody in to compete for the job. That's just me.
Did you see the viral clip of him going at it with Zach Taylor? And do you think that Zach Taylor, if they continue to lose, and let's just say they don't pull a U and say, you know, we're going to go for it, the division is still up for grabs, and they kind of punt on the season, do you think Zach Taylor's on the hot seat? Because I think he is.
Do I put it like this? Do I think he should be? Yes. Do I think he will be? No. Just because you had the top 5 quarterback, top 3 quarterback in my eyes go down.
Yeah.
One thing the front office is gonna sit back and sit. When Joe Burrow is healthy, besides last season, he was healthy. He led the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns. We saw the numbers they were put up. But besides last season, when Joe Burrow is healthy, they've been a playoff team. They've reached the Super Bowl. The only quarterback in the AFC that reached the Super Bowl in the last 5 years is Patrick Mahomes. It's Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. That's it. Since 2020, Dill. So you have that. Patrick Taylor, even though I know you're not the biggest fan of him, Dill, he's one of 2 coaches in the AFC that have gone to the Super Bowl the last 5 years. It's just him and Andy Reid. So if maybe the front office be like, hey, that's our guy. Do I think it's time for him to go? Me, personally, yes. That defense has been horrific for 3 seasons, yet still no answer. So
I guess my question to you is, who's out there? Outside of Jameis, Jacoby, Cooper Rush is starting this week. It looks
Teddy
like Lamar.
Bridgewater. We've seen Teddy Bridgewater win a couple games.
Isn't he a college coach?
My boy Joshua Dobbs, he's our backup. Milton
Mitch Trubisky, Gardner, maybe.
Trey Lance.
But you see what I'm saying.
Well, Mac Jones is starting.
No, he's
Thursday.
starting. But you see what I'm saying. There's no one that's like, oh wow, he could win us games.
Where's my boy Tyler Heineke, man? Like that's what
but
I'm saying.
He's even regressed.
No, I know, I understand, Dill, but I'm not saying bring somebody in just to give him the job. I'm saying bring somebody in to compete. I think Jameis will be a great fit.
Yeah,
you know
he'll throw it up.
He'll throw it up. I think Shador. I know, but come on.
What are we doing? Dylan Gabriel. He can't even beat out Dylan Gabriel. What are we doing?
All right, who do you think could put up better numbers? Shador Sanders or Jake Browning?
Jake Browning. Yeah, at least he's won games in the NFL. We've actually seen games from Jake Browning. Maybe not of late, but Shador has not even thrown a single ball in the NFL. Well, let's pump the brakes there. But I agree. I do think they should go for someone. But look,
Richardson.
Chill.
He's out there.
Yeah,
he's
but
sitting on the bench right now.
He's terrible. He's bad too. Look at what they got going in the future though. They play the Lions next. This is the Bengals. Then they're on the road against the Packers. 2 really tough games. If they go 2-4, it's hard to get that momentum back and get back into a place where you're like, hey, maybe down the stretch we could win off some of these games, you know?
Nah, it's gonna be tough. Look at the division. The Ravens are gonna be hungry for the remainder of the year. The Browns defense top 5. Pittsburgh Steelers is like, you know what? We might be here. So first of all, you're in a very tough division. And then these next 2 weeks with Detroit and Green Bay, and it looks like you're gonna have the AFC North for 2 other games as well. Dude, that's a tough schedule.
100%. So,
and real quick with Denver, I just want to say I think we saw Bo Nix play his best game of the season so far. Over 300 yards. He ran the ball. He didn't really run the ball. Threw for 2 tutties. J.K. Dobbins, first 100-yard rusher under Sean Payton. I'm shocked by that.
And he barely got it. 101.
Yeah, 3 years, no 100-yard rusher. So if they're able to get the running game going with the defense playing like they did yesterday, we know what Bo Nix is capable of doing. I became a Bo believer last year. You know how I felt about the Denver Broncos to start this season, Dill.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if they could consistently run the ball with Harvey and J.K. Dobbins, Bo Nix doesn't turn the ball over. Like I said, Dill, this Denver team might be dangerous.
Yeah, and to your point, I do think the defense is starting to come along as well. They started a little slow this season, but Sean Payton's teams usually do start a little slow. So it's nice to see them getting going a little bit. But kid, much improved from last year. I went 4-15 last week. I said last year. Last week, you went 5-15. This week, we both go 9-11. So much better, kid.
Much
Much
better. Still not great. Still not good. Honestly, still not good.
No, but better.
But
better. So, hey, we can only go up from here, and then hopefully we'll go above 500 this week. So, we're looking to get above 500 this week. Before we get to our power rankings, quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Thursday night football. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, week 4 power rankings. I am interested. So a couple of the teams lost this week. We will start at number 10, and I will let you lead it off, kid. What do you got?
First of all, I want to say I was close to leaving my Colts in. For the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, y'all are number 11. I'm going to give the Pittsburgh Steelers number 11 slightly. Honestly, I might still have the Colts at 11, but I'm going to say the Steelers at number 11, though. At number 10, we got the news just like about an hour ago. Give me the 49ers at number 10, Dill. We just got word, no Brock Purdy, no Juwan Jennings.
Ricky Pearsall.
No Ricky Pearsall for tomorrow night against the Rams. Say what you want, Mac Jones is 2-0. Yes, he didn't cover against the Saints, but he's won 2 games. And I think the way CMC's been playing, the way the defense, even though they didn't look good last week without Bosa against Jacksonville, I think the defense could probably do something against the Rams. Let's not forget, these teams know each other well. Not to look too far ahead, though. For now, give me the 49ers, even though the injuries are a little concerning, but give me the Niners at 10.
You have them at 11. I have them at 10. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 10. Big win in Ireland, going out and beating my Minnesota Vikings 24-21.
Oh, still your Minnesota.
Yeah,
good.
I got faith. Yeah, by the way, I have 49ers at 12. But yeah, I think the one thing I have a problem with for the Steelers, I think Aaron Rodgers is playing good. Defense needs to play a little better. I think the run game, they need to be more, the consistency on the run game needs to be better. They rank 31st with 80 yards per game on the ground. They took a step forward. They had 131 in Ireland versus the Vikings. Jalen Warren went down. He was sick apparently, but Kenny Gainwell, he had a really good game. So we'll see. They need better interior blocking, I feel like, up front at the line. But other than that, they are playing good. They are 3-1. I gotta give credit where it's due. I don't like them, but they are a top 10 team. I'll be fair.
I'm shocked that you have him at 10, though. I love the energy. At number 9, I was surprised I had to put this team at number 9 this soon. Give me the Seattle Seahawks at number 9. I think I've seen enough. I think I said it after the game on Sunday. Sammy D might be for real. And, you know, we saw it last season. I was like, I gotta see it to believe it in Seattle. He's been pretty good so far. I like what I'm seeing from Seattle. And the biggest thing to me is how well their defense has been playing, Dill. So give me Seattle defense. Give me Sammy D. Give me Seattle at number 9.
I love that kid. After a tough loss, I had to bring him down a little bit, but Yeah, give me the Packers. They were a top 5 team.
They ain't lose.
Tie. Whatever. To your point, they should have lost, and I agree they
Yeah.
should have lost. And
To
I
me,
think
the Cowboys won.
Yeah, and I think the biggest problem with the Packers is we talked about it with the Jets. Penalties. It's been problematic for this offensive line. Aaron Banks, the left guard, he's been out. Right tackle Zach Tom, he's been out, and all these fill-in guys, they keep getting penalties. The guy Morgan had 3 penalties in 4 games. They lead the league with 10 false start penalties. Only 3 teams have more offensive holding calls than the Packers this season. So they're good. I like Matt LaFleur. I don't like Jordan Love, but I got to admit he is playing good. They're still a top 10 team. They need to fix some things and clean some things up. They're too talented not to win that game over on Sunday. So they're still in my top 10, barely, but I got the Packers at 9.
At number 8, give me the Green Bay Packers. I love Josh Jacobs. I think he's been running the ball excellent up in Green Bay. Defensively, the first 2 weeks, you can make a case that was a top 5 defense. First 2 weeks of the season. Past 2 weeks, you can make the case they've been a bottom 10. So I don't know which version of this defense I'm going to see moving forward or for the majority of the season. I hope it's the defense we saw for the first 2 weeks of the year, though. Jordan Love been playing great. Can't deny how well he's been playing. Romeo Dobbs stepping up. Wicks, Reed out with the injury. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to step up after the bye week. For now, give me the Green Bay at number 8. Not going to overreact too much over a tie.
Yeah, give me the Seattle Seahawks here at number 8. I like what I saw over about a week ago against the Cardinals, taking care of business. I think the biggest issue for them, what I'm seeing too, is there's too many kind of like whiffs on the run game. You know, they put up 155 yards in week 4, but the Seahawks are middle of the pack in rushing yards per game. They show that they can be explosive. They had 7 rushes of at least 15 yards. They're tied for 4th in the league. The problem is that too many plays, they don't achieve anything. They have a league-high 33 attempts that either lost yardage or gained 0 yards. That's a problem when you and I both agree that Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker III are a nice combo. Yeah. When you have over 33 attempts where you get 0 or negative yards and only 15 of 15 yards or more, that's a problem. They're another team where they're just too talented, I think, up front. We did issue that, their offensive line has been a problem for them. So they're dealing with some things on the offensive line, but I think Mike McDonald, he's going to get the boys going. The defense is really good. I like Seattle at number 8.
At number 7, I think this is the first time. Second time they've been on my top 10 list. I had to welcome them back, and they would have been a little higher, but I was like, you know what? Let's not get too hyped real quick. At number 7, give me the Kansas City Chiefs still. After a dominant, I can't emphasize that enough, a dominant performance against a very good team in the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, I had to move the Chiefs back up all the way up to 7. And it would have been higher, but my next team, they happened to lose to them. So Patrick Mahomes, like I said, still the best quarterback in football. Andy Reid still might be the best offensive play caller in football. Steve Spagnuolo, that defense, still great, still elite. Now, with Xavier Worthy back, we saw the offense flourish a little bit. We saw the ball move a little more. My only really concern for this Kansas City offense is who's going to be the leading back for the remainder of the year. Is it going to be Isaiah Pacheco? Is it going to be Kareem Hunt? And who's going to be able to be consistent? 80, average 70 plus, 60 plus, maybe 80 yards a game. I like Isaiah Pacheco, but Kareem Hunt might be the answer. For now, give me the Kansas City Chiefs at 7.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Kansas City at number 7. They stayed in my top 10. And you looked at me crazy last week having them in my top 10, but big win. They dominated the Ravens. And as much as I love the Ravens, Patrick Mahomes has owned Lamar. He is just, it is what it is. It is a shame. It is a shame. And now he might not play this week. Did he get benched? No, I'm just kidding. He is dealing with an injury. But Yeah, they're out of my top 10 too, by the way, the Ravens. And I know we have a lot of friends who are Raven fans, but
hey, Ravens been out mine. A lot of friends been saying I was disrespecting the Ravens all year.
a lot of people have been.
How I look now?
A lot of where are they now, E? Quiet.
They ain't saying a word. They didn't even say, Elvis, you was right.
Yeah.
You see the jersey behind me? I had faith.
I trust you. I know. I think I've been more than fair with them, but going back to it, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's the running back production. I love Xavier Worthy coming back. He looked really good. Rashid Rice is coming back in week 7. You know, they were able to get some production on the ground, but none of it's coming from the running backs. Patrick Mahomes still leads the team with 130 yards on the ground. That's just not sustainable. So I think something's up with Isaiah Pacheco. I really do. You mentioned it. Who's it going to be? Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco. I thought it was going to be Isaiah Pacheco, but I think the jury's up for him too. I think both of them are dealing with something. I really don't know. They're not running like I thought they would be, but
hey, but Dale, I don't wanna. Let's just go real quick. Side note, real quick.
Yeah.
If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, there's a team out there that, first of all, I don't think they wouldn't mind a high draft pick. You know, 2nd, 3rd round. They're looking like they might have the first overall pick already. I'm gonna throw 2 players out there, Dale, that could honestly upgrade the Kansas City Chiefs running back room.
Who?
Alvin Kamara and Breece Hall. The Jets still, all due
no,
respect.
we're not giving Alvin, maybe.
Breece Hall.
Hey, let's make a bet right now. I think they're going to sign him to an extension this season.
You haven't yet?
I know, which is worrisome.
It's more reason to trade him. You're not invested. So if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs still right now, you know, we're still a couple of weeks from the trade deadline. Those are 2 names I have in the back of my mind. Breece Hall and Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, who's been there and done that, and Breece Hall, who doesn't have a long-term deal. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs and I know where they want to be come, you know, January, come February, I'm going to need to upgrade the running back room. Patrick Mahomes needs some help. They'll, at number 6, had to move him down a little bit. Tough loss. Give me the almost said San Diego. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers. You know how I've been feeling about this team. Harbaugh still love Harbaugh. Justin Herbert, he had a bad game. You know, I'm not going to hurt him too much. That Giants defense, that front 7 finally woke up and it looked elite. Dual Carter looked good. So I'm not gonna take too much. I mean, I think they just gotta be able to block better. Let's not forget Joe Alt did go out in the game as well.
Not season injury though.
Yeah,
that's good.
But the fact that he went out and then what we saw after he went out though, consistent pressure. So I love what I've been seeing out of Quentin Johnson this season. Lyle McConkey, I still think he could be impactful. Just hasn't been yet. And let's be honest, though, I wasn't a fan of his early on. But Marion Hampton might be him. He might be him. So I think the Chargers will be just fine. But I had to move him down just a tad. Give me the Chargers at 6.
Yeah, I got Chargers at 6. And you mentioned it again. You've been hitting everything on the head for me. Pass protection.
Next one, you go first, Dill. Next one.
All right. Yeah. I'll lead it off. Pass protection. I mean, Sunday was a clear identification of why when both of your best offensive linemen go down, pass protection is a problem. The Giants recorded a rush win rate of 68%.
Shit.
He's been hit 47 times this season, Justin Herbert, which ranks 2nd in the NFL. It's difficult to improve. It's difficult to get better and not get hit when you lose Joe Alt and Rashard Slater, 2 of the top 10 offensive linemen in the league. So they got it. Thank God it's not season ending for Joe Alt. He will be back in a few weeks, but they got to clean some things up. They're good. But yeah, it was definitely probably the worst game Justin Herbert played, and rightfully so. For me, number 5, tough loss for them, but I still think they're a top 5 team. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3-1. They lost to my number 1 team, which is the Eagles. But third down passing, now Bucky's hurt, so we'll see how that goes. But they've enjoyed a lot of third down rushing conversions, 60%. That's seventh best in the league because Baker and his receivers, they're connecting, 28% on third downs. Last season, that was 46%. Major drop off from last year. And, a reason for this, I probably think, is injuries. Chris Godwin was out in the beginning of the season. Jalen McMillan is still out. Tristan Wirf, he just came back. Then they lost Mike Evans. They lose a right tackle. They're just riddled with injuries. Emeka Ibuka, he's been playing, but he's kind of banged up. Bucky Irvin was seen on crutches. This team is fucking banged up, but they're still a good team. They got to get better on third down. But outside of that, Baker Mayfield is a fucking baller, and he will keep them in every game. So, yeah, give me Tampa at number 5.
Yo, you said everything perfectly. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks at number 5. In my opinion, I still think they're a top 5 team. Yes, am I a little worried? No Mike Evans, no Bucky Irving. They're saying Bucky Irving might be out for a week or two. Hopefully, he's not too
long.
So I still think Baker Mayfield has been playing like a top 5 quarterback for a couple years now. Let's just be honest. I think Todd Bowles in that defense will be just fine. It's just, can Rashad White, hold it down for these next couple of weeks? Is McKellen going to come back sooner than later? How long is Mike Evans' hamstring injury is going to linger? Let's not forget, Mike Evans has been dealing with the same hamstring for years now. Last year, he missed, 1 or 2 games with it. Now already, first few weeks of the season, he's already dealing with it again. So, and let's not forget, it's not like Mike Evans is 28 anymore.
Do people not stretch?
I just have a feeling Mike Evans is 31, 32 now. It's hot, it's humid down in Tampa, so I think it got a little bit to do with it, everything, age, fatigue, shit like that. So I think the Bucks will be just fine, but I think, like you said it perfectly, Dill. Just dealing with a little injury bug right now. None too serious, but right now they are dealing with some injuries. Give me the Bucks at 5.
I guess I'm leading it off now. Give me number 4. Give me the Los Angeles Rams. Big win against a legitimate, I'll say Colts are a good team. If that Goofy didn't drop the ball, we might be talking about a different thing right now. But another one, third down conversions. They were 19 for 47 this year on third down. That's 40%. That's 14th in the NFL. And most of the success came in the first 2 weeks when they fucking played the Texans and the Titans, who they're combined 1-7. But Los Angeles, they struggled when they played the Colts and they played the Eagles. They were 3 of 10 on third down for the Eagles, and they were 4 of 12 last week against the Indianapolis Colts. So, and I think Devontae Adams said it the best after the game. He just said, yeah, we won, but we didn't execute well enough on some of the plays. And I think he's right. Mm-hmm. This is another team that has so much talent on the offensive side of the ball that they should not be going 3 of 10, 4 for 12 on third down. Good teams find ways to convert. We saw that early in the season against bad teams. That's good. You did it against bad teams. But against good teams, when you get into the playoffs, they're all good teams. That's the problem. So they got to clean some things up. I think they will. But, yeah, that's my biggest concern with them. But I like the Rams at number 4.
Yeah, I think you hit that right on the head. Give me the Rams at number 4. I think you said everything that I honestly was going to say, but even better. So shout out you. I think the Rams will be just fine. Like you said, they just got to execute a little better on third down. Curler Williams, I see Blake Currum. He's getting a little more touches, so that's good to see. We've seen that dual running back threat being more and more common in the NFL. And not for nothing, just from these few couple of weeks still, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua has been a very great dual threat. So I love what I've been seeing from those two thus far. Devontae Adams definitely still got a lot of gas left in the tank. Watch out, man. The Rams might be for real. Give me Rams at 4.
All right. At number 3, give me the Detroit Lions. I mean, we talked about it. 9.5 points, and E thought it was a lot. I thought it was a perfect spot for them after an emotional win. The Browns got over Green Bay. Going on the road. They're not a dome team. They have a great defense, but for Detroit to put up 34 points against this defense, it
Mm.
says a lot. And let's be honest, I love this offense, but I think the biggest concern that I'm seeing, they still haven't got Jamison Williams more involved. He's proven he could be a big deep threat, right? That goes without saying. He's just so fucking fast. But the connection between him and Jared Goff just wasn't there last week in Cleveland. He was targeted only 8 times, and he only caught 2 of the balls. We saw that he dropped one where Jared Goff put it right in his breadbasket. Back in Baltimore, he was targeted just 3 times. He caught 2 of the balls. So he doesn't really get a lot of receptions, and I don't know. I think they need to, if they get him going and unlock him with St. Brown, with Laporta, with the best running backs in the league, oh my God, this team might be the best offense in the league. So, yeah, they're still a really good team. Detroit at number 3 for me.
Yeah, give me Detroit Lions at number 3. You talked well about the offense. I'm gonna just go to the defensive side. This is why they're top 3 in my opinion. Aiden Hutchinson has been playing like a defensive player of the year first few weeks of the season. Though, what was concerning last year? All the injuries on that defensive side. Though, so far though, besides week 1, that defense is looking really good. Like what I've been seeing from that side of the ball, and like you said, the offense. Besides Jameis Williams being a little quiet, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon St. Brown has been huge to start the season. A little splash of Sam Laporta every now and then. Give me the Lions at 3.
At number 2, give me the Buffalo Bills. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I almost dropped them to 3. Let's not front. The Saints were in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints were in the game. I know they pulled away at the end and won 39-2, but you know, the consistency I have with the Buffalo Bills, they start and finish games good, but the middle quarters, they kind of fall asleep at the wheel a little bit, I feel like, in the middle of the quarter. So, even though they've scored a touchdown on every opening possession this season, which is remarkable, the offense has kind of gone MIA in the middle of the games. In the first and fourth quarters, the Bills are averaging 10.9 points per game. Let's just say 11. And 112 yards. In the second and third quarters, how many points do you think the Bills are averaging?
4.
5.8. And they're only averaging 89 yards per game. There's room to grow with this team. Obviously led by Josh Allen. James Cook is having an amazing year. But this team, I feel like they're just like, oh, we're so talented, we could just turn it on whenever. And they probably can, especially against the Saints. But like my point with the Lions, they're too good offensively to kind of fall asleep at the wheel. I think that's concerning.
Yeah, Dale. At number 2, give me the Buffalo Bills. I had to drop them just because this is 2 straight weeks. They didn't cover the big number. Yes, I understand they're laying a big number, but Miami was in there. Miami was in the game, and like you said, the Saints had opportunities. Not to just cover, but to pull off an upset. If Chris Olave doesn't throw that interception in to end the first half, shit, things could have got real spicy up in Buffalo. So don't get me wrong, there's no doubt about it that Buffalo's been the best team in the AFC. No doubt about it. But these past 2 weeks, I don't know if they're just saving, some tricks in the bag for, when they really need to use it, or they're just, like you said, sleeping behind the wheel just a little bit. Still give them credit, they're 4-0. And then number 1, I finally had to move them up. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1, beating a top 5 team last week. We saw them beat the Rams, who I think I had top 6 or 7 the week prior, though. My only concern about this Eagles team is not a slow start from Saquon Barkley. It's not how the defense has been a little wishy-washy to start the year. It's Jalen Hurts in his passing offense. 0 passing yards in the second half against Tampa Bay. That's a little concerning. We've seen how slow this offense has been passing the ball. Don't get wrong. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. You can make the kid still one of the best offenses all in football, no doubt about it. But something is definitely missing. And I think they're going to find that throughout the year. Like I said last part of the pod prior, I think we're seeing this offense just being a little sluggish, especially in the pass game, without Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore was huge, though. And that's why we're probably seeing the Saints be a little competitive. He might be an offensive mastermind. Who knows? But give me the Eagles at number 1.
Yeah, I got the Eagles at number 1 as well. Huge win against the Buccaneers last week. They're 4-0. I want to ask, and I think it's a fair question. He's talented, and obviously it doesn't matter. They're 4-0. They're going to probably win the division and make a deep run again. There's a passing inconsistency. You know, they've been prone to like kind of wild swings through 4 games. They had a -1 passer rating in the first half against the Rams in week 3. Then obviously they erupted in the second half. Jalen Hurts went, I think he went like 15 for 18 with 2 touchdowns in the first half against the Bucs. Then he went 0 for 8 in the second half when the Bucs kind of came back. So I worry about the kind of the swings in the mood for Jalen Hurts. And is there a problem with him and A.J. Brown?
Possibly. You know, it's been almost a year now about the same question. Is there a problem there? Why is he reading on the sideline? You know, why is he not getting a ton of targets? Are they winning games? Are they the defending Super Bowl champs?
They are.
Are they number 1 on the Dream Rangers power rankings? Aren't they 4-0? Aren't they top of the NFC East? Aren't they number 1 in the NFC overall? They're winning games still. That's the number 1 cure for any beef or disconnect or anything that's going on off the field is winning games.
Yeah, winning cures everything. Winning cures everything. So, yeah, to your point, it really doesn't matter as long as they keep winning. But I think I said the body language just, it kind of seems upset. So read into it what you will. But, yeah, those are our power rankings. Kid, we were kind of aligned for the first 5, 6, and then, the bottom kind of shuffled out a little bit. But we were pretty aligned.
Surprise. Well, I think we had Kansas City Chiefs, Chargers, and then the same top 5.
Yeah, number 1 through 7, we were the same.
I put you on.
No. I got Steelers. I'm surprised the Steelers weren't in yours, if I'm being honest. And I'm surprised the Seahawks. Oh, Seahawks are at 9. They're for you.
I have Seahawks at 9.
Okay.
The reason why I have the 49ers over the Colts and the Steelers, I really wanted to put the Colts there, but I have the Steelers at number 11. I just don't. The main reason I couldn't put them at 10 is how bad their defense has been. We finally saw them play well in Ireland. Can they play that well in America? When they do
that's a fair question.
When they do that,
yeah,
they'll be in my top 10.
All right, kid.
It got to be somebody that's not Carson Wentz. With all due respect.
Now we're gonna talk about the game Thursday night tomorrow against the Rams. If they're dealing with a lot of injuries, but if they no-show and get blown out, it's hard to put them back in your top 10.
Yes, but like you said, you're down Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Pearsall, Juwan Jennings. Still, you're down majority your whole offense. The only guy shockingly healthy is CMC. So
he's trying to do it all.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If they get blown out, it'll be hard to keep them in my top 10. But if they're competitive, they lose. I think it'll be hard for me to take them off the top 10.
Yeah. All right, kid. So let's get to it. Are you surprised that Brock Purdy came back so quick?
Absolutely. I said it a week ago. I think he's going to sit out against Jacksonville because I don't think it's that important of a game, non-divisional. And then you get ready and you shoot up for the short week against your divisional rival in the Los Angeles Rams. You want to take care of business on the road because the second matchup is back in almost a Candlestick, San Francisco. So
shout out the OG Candlestick Stadium, though.
That's just my idea. I would have sat Brock Purdy an extra week, gave him an extra few days, let him come back for Thursday night, and then get that extended rest after Thursday night. So you have extra few days off, and then after you play a game, 10 days off. I don't know why the 49ers didn't do that. Now look, now he's out another week, possibly.
Probably more.
Yeah, I don't understand. Somebody got to give me a call.
You'll be a GM for a week.
Frank Lynch? Mike Lynch? Yeah, 49ers Lynch. Matt Lynch?
No. John Lynch.
John Lynch, holla at me. I would have advised you.
Yeah.
Tell you, Save Brock Purdy against your divisional rival.
Yeah.
No need to play him at home against Jacksonville. You lost anyway. Now look at you.
Now look at you. All right, kid, let's get to it. Thursday Night Football in SoFi. The Los Angeles Rams are hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, he let you guys know, no Brock Purdy, no Jawan Jennings, no Ricky Purcell. So they are down a lot of guys right now, which is indicative to the line. They're down a touchdown. Minus 375 on the money line, plus 300 for the Niners. Total 45.5. Kid, how can you take the 49ers at this point?
Give me the 49ers plus 7.5. Minus 114, people. How can I? Still, the last 4 head-to-head matchups still has been decided by 1 possession. Not even a touchdown. Last matchup, 12-6, 27-24, 21-20, 30-23. Still, this is going to be, don't get me wrong, it would have been a much better game with Brock Purdy and the rest of those guys. But I still think Kyle Shanahan is going to come in on Thursday and try to shock the world with bringing a knife to a gunfight. And I honestly think he's going to try. Christian McCaffrey has been playing very well. I think defensively, no Bosa, but I think Fred Warner and those guys are going to get up for this game, though. We saw the Rams, let's just say, sneak one out in Los Angeles against the Colts still. I think the 49ers are going to have a sour taste in their mouth, losing to Jacksonville when they shouldn't have. Now, Mac Jones, I think they can make it close. There's no doubt in my mind Rams are going to win this game, Dill. But I can see 21-17. I can see that, Dill. Give me the 49ers plus 7.5.
Wow, I'm surprised. I probably would lay the 7 here. They went on a run, the Rams, and typically, when we see them get going, they're kind of like the Rams, or the Lions, excuse me. They kind of get going, and they're 11-4 ATS in the last 15 games as a favorite, with just one outright loss. And I just think this game sets up nicely for Matthew Stafford and the Rams. And they're really good, the defense as well. Stafford, I think he should have a lot of time to work against his 49ers, who they're struggling to disrupt quarterbacks right now. Even though 49ers have been very tricky and have had his number and kind of caused some fits for him. But San Francisco, they come into this game 25th in opponent completion percentage, and they have yet to face a quarterback to the caliber of Matthew Stafford, who I think is a Hall of Famer. So I think they're going to have their hands full. Brock Purdy's out. Ricky Purcell, he's out. Christian McCaffrey, as good as he's looked, they have a really good run defense as well. So I just don't see them being able to keep up offensively. So I lay it with the home team, the Rams. As for a total, like I said, it is sitting at 45.5. Any opinion on the total?
I'll lean under. I think, like I said, I think defensively, Fred Warner and those guys are going to show up and try to, make Matthew Stafford have a long night. And then offensively for the 49ers, I with all the injuries still, it's just hard for me to see an offensive explosion, especially on the Rams defense. So I'll definitely lean the under. I think, like I said, I'm going to say 21-17 Rams.
All right. And then let's get over to our props. And this segment is brought to you by Props.Cash, the best way to research all your props bets. And Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for over 2 years now. It's the best way to do your player prop research, whether it's NFL, hockey, WNBA, anything on the web, on Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easier to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM, DREAM 25. So download the app, not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your props research today at Props.Cash. Okay, what is your favorite player prop for Thursday Night Football?
we were just talking about him. Let's go right there to CMC. So far in this season, Dill, I'm gonna attack his receiving prop. His receiving prop is at 46.5. Week 1 on 10 targets, 9 reception. He had 73 yards against the Seahawks. Week 2, he had 7 targets, 6 receptions for 52 yards against the Saints. Week 3, he had 15 targets, 10 receptions for 88 yards against the Arizona Cardinals. And then last week, he had 11 targets for 6 receptions for 92 yards against the Jacksonville Jaguars. No George Kittle, no Brandon Ayuk, no Jawan Jennings, no Ricky Pearsall, Dill. I think it's CMC or bust. Give me CMC over 46.5. He hasn't went under this mark all season long. And let's just be honest, people. He's gonna be the 1, the 2, maybe even the 3rd offensive option on the field. Give me CMC over 46.5. Love this prop deal.
Yeah, I do like the receiving prop more than the rushing prop for CMC. I had a few that I liked. I like Jared Verse to record a sack. You could get that at plus 135.
Mac Jones ain't going nowhere fast. I like
no,
that.
And Jared Verse is an absolute beast. He's had a sack in 2 straight games versus Indianapolis and Philadelphia, 2 better teams at that as well. So I like Jared Verse to get a sack. And then the other one that I was really like, and I mentioned it earlier, Matthew Stafford to throw an interception. You could get that at even money. He's thrown one against Philly. He threw one against Tennessee. So 2 of the 4 games he's thrown it. And head-to-head against this 49er team, in 8 games in his career, he's hit this in 63%. 5 of the 8 games he's thrown an interception of at least 2 or more. So 49ers, for whatever reason, give him a fit. And I think he'll loft one over to either Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams, and we'll get an interception there. And anytime touchdown, I think we got to keep running this back. Puka Nacua, anytime touchdown. His yards is 97.5, which it's high, but I understand.
He had 186 last week?
He's OD.
Yeah, come on.
So I probably look Puka Nacua. You could get that at even money as well. So I like Puka Nacua anytime touchdown as well. Those are 3 I like, but Jared Verse is my favorite to get a sack here against Mac Jones. But kid, that's gonna do it. By the way, good job. Game 1 you took. Game 2 is about to start in 5 minutes. Any prediction? Game 3 probably? You think they're gonna lose tonight?
No doubt about it. Give me the Red Sox plus 154 on the money line. We already cashed plus 116 yesterday with a 50% boost, so at plus 171. 2 of them we locked in, Dill. So we took some of that money from Miami's game. We put it on the Red Sox. Dill, I might double down tonight. Let's see.
Let's go. Well, I'm happy for you. Go Red Sox. That's a good game going on in about 5 minutes. But any last words? Busy week, kid. Coming up, we got week 4 picks. We got college. College slate is all right. Been locking in my plays, but other than that, anything else you got going on?
Let's just start both of us, though. Let's just start Thursday on a positive note. Let's start week 5. Let's start October in the green.
Couldn't have said it better. Well, enjoy the games. Good luck on all your bets, and we will see you guys on Friday. Peace.